does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you.
Refresh. Oh, we're live. We're good.
Come give me all
We
your
are live.
love.
There we go. At least that means it's working correctly.
First order?
First order, first 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. Who's the first order?
Tatiana.
Tatiana. Very good. 7 minutes in, 2 sizes sold out of headbands.
2 styles.
Oh, 2 styles, yeah. And they're gone.
Hello, happy peoples. Hope you guys are doing great. It is awesome to be home, and I mean, we had a great time, of course, with family, but 117-degree weather, like that was the hottest that I have ever been in. I think it was 70-something below. I brought you guys to a remote village that was the coldest I've ever been in. Well, that was the hottest I've ever experienced, and my goodness. Now, to be fair, though, it has been hot here for the last several days, but cold weather. It's actually raining right now. We just had some firewood delivered, which is awesome. We need to get that in there before we get too much rain on it. It is good to be home, and man, so much happened while we were gone. Like a lot happened. Like some scary stuff happened. Like I don't usually get into like political type stuff here on this channel purposely, and I don't want this to be that, but there's just major political things that happened while we were gone. One was previous U.S. president was shot. The current U.S. president that we have for the United States just dropped out of the race just quickly. It's just, of course, we have the normal high inflation and this whole uncertainty of like, what do you do? And I was just talking to my wife, like, you know, we're trying to get back, and you know that we're back here, we're trying to figure out what do we do moving forward? How do you make the right decisions for your family? Like even like the border, right? So there's border issues, but here in Alaska, the border issues are more specifically, we've never seen this before here. But normally we'll have a Russian nuclear capable bomber will come here with fighters, and then we'll, you know, of course, intercept and explain to them, hey, we don't want you here. Of course, they're just testing our defenses, but this is the first time ever that I'm aware that they actually coordinated with the Chinese for a joint effort to do that. So like Chinese and Russia. Anyway, it's just scary times in the world. And how the heck do you, like, what do you do and how do you make the right decisions as a family? And you know, of course, you know, we're going to vote and things like that, but like what, there's just so much uncertainty, right? Like what do you do moving forward? This is the real question that maybe you guys can help me with is, how can you make wise decisions today? How do you even know what the truth is and how to make the best decisions for your family? I don't know about you guys, but if you attempt to go to the news to figure out what's happening in the world, what's truth, what's actually real, it just seems like truth is almost impossible to find unless you dig really hard. Just like there's agendas, right? And trying to, and I just want to know what's happening so I can make, you know, how do we make the best, wisest decisions for our family, our community, our friends? How do we do these things? And I don't know if you can do that very easily. So touch on this a little later. Sorry, I know that was a lot, but that's just kind of a lot that's been on our heart and our minds. And my wife's just concerned, like, how can we help other people? How do we take care of our family? How do we do what God wants us to do? Like all these questions and all this. Maybe we'll touch on this a little bit later. But in the midst of all this stuff happening too, of course, we have other, you know, real life, our own personal struggles and all our own things. You know, my wife's friend, Lizzie Hartman, just lost her husband, and she's dealing with that. So she's actually doing something fun. I'll have her kind of fill you in on that. She's doing something with Alaskan Apparel for her. Pretty cool and pretty awesome. But we'll touch on that a little later. It's starting to really rain now. All right, let's roll on with the day.
Peoples, hope you guys are doing fantastic over here at the shop today, guys. So we did something that you guys don't really kind of know about. Sorry about that, but it was like a last minute type of a thing where it was like, oh my goodness, I feel like this is what we're supposed to do, and so we did it. As you guys know, we've talked about Lizzie and her family and how they tragically lost their husband and dad. And there was this thing that went around our town that was in support of her, of like all the small businesses. It was Alaska Lizzie Day, and a lot of the businesses contributed, and she's been an affiliate with us. And I was like, how can we do this? Turned out that I had these little guys in stock already from my manufacturer, ready for the next launch. And she wears headbands and fun little floral patterns and stuff a lot, and it was perfect. And I was like, we're gonna launch the headband. All of the proceeds, all of the profits, everything will go to her and her boys. So that's what we're doing. They sold out very quickly. Don't worry, we are gonna restock them for future collections down the road, but we wanted to make sure that we were able to help support her and her family at the time that they need it. So don't worry, we're gonna have them back in stock. We're just gonna go fill all the orders real quick. I wish I would have had more, but it was just kind of like okay, you know, this is a new product, see how people like it and whatnot. But the support was great, everything was awesome. So me and my babe, we're gonna go fill up all the orders so we can go drop them in the mail, get out to you guys. So thank you guys for everyone who did support, follow us over on Instagram and knew about it. We hope that you will love them. And yeah, it just was super awesome to see everyone support and really show up for this family. So anyway, all right, let's go fill some orders.
Love it. I missed her. I miss you.
Apple pies.
Oh, perfect.
Does that work?
Oh, you going night-night? I can't see you. Are you going night-night?
Nothing to it.
And you're giving yourself shots, Dad. Quick update. Where are you at in all your health and all the things? Are you doing good? Are you struggling? Are you in the middle?
I was until I forgot my medication this morning. But no, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
Same things. Leg gets a little sore sometimes. And energy this time of night is about 0. So I'm headed for bed pretty quick. Other than that,
You're winning?
I'm winning. Still vertical. So that's a good thing.
That's good days, bad days. This is just more of a tired day for you.
Mostly good days and some tired days.
Gotcha. All right.
I was tired today. Could be because I actually, for the very first time, forgot my cancer medication this morning. I shouldn't have done that. So that's probably why I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I just got another dose now.
So keeping schedules, regiments, all that's kind of helping you. You've been working out, right? And that's been helping
Been
too.
working out. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt a thing.
Good stuff.
So yeah. Got that super space-age piece of equipment down there to use.
Yeah.
Thing's cool.
Like
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate the quick update.
Still here.
All right.
Such a good boy. Oh, she's such a good boy.
Castor?
Just my baby dog, and just my baby dog.
Wild, crazy day. Full throttle as usual.
It was a wild and crazy day, full throttle.
Yeah, we got all the orders packed.
Hallelujah, praise.
Out of Mom and Dad's family get together. And what?
That wasn't really full throttle.
Well, that's you've been around our family. We just show pieces on the video.
Actually, yeah, and he was outside in the rain for a very long time.
The entire time, pretty
I'm
much.
so sorry about that. The chicken was bomb. Jennifer said, best chicken she's ever had.
Really?
Best chicken she's ever had.
Okay. The trick with barbecue chicken is you got to get that flame on it.
Gotta get that flame.
Work the flame. So I was telling them before, when we came back from Arizona,
Yeah.
the world is already crazy. Lots of stuff. It seems like what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right.
In a lot of different areas. Not all, but in
inflation.
a lot of
It's just,
different areas.
generally speaking, it was already kind of rough. But then a whole lot of things also happened on top of that. that I was telling about, like border stuff. Like we had a Chinese-Russian
Oh yeah.
joint operation come test our borders, right?
That hasn't really happened with both of them together.
Ever. I think this is the first time ever.
I'm kind of tired of hearing the word unprecedented. Everything is unprecedented. I was like, can we just maybe live in a world that, oh yeah, that's happened before. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Safety,
Kind
security.
of over that.
Presidential stuff that just happened, and
Oh yeah.
like what,
Scary.
like your initial reaction to all this stuff was, man, we need to make sure like our food storage is taken care of. Like we need to make sure we have backup plans.
Yeah, just to be a little bit more prepared if things like, I don't know, Houston just went through a huge shutdown of all of their grid essentially. It just went down. No power, no nothing, no water. People are scrambling trying to find things, and it's like becoming more prevalent. Like you see those things happening a lot more.
Having backup plans, all these things, right? And also this is the question I was asking them is, how do you make wise choices today? We're in a world now trying to find truth is like almost impossible,
Yeah.
to be honest, because
Well, and we're being flooded with information. We've never in a generation have information that has come so quickly. It's immediate. It's instant. That has never happened before, and you have it coming from all different kinds of people.
and different agendas on all the different things too.
Oh yeah, lots of different people's perspective, all the things. So trying to decipher is crucial.
And also for us, even just as our family moving forward, like what do like we have an affordable housing project. The discussion is, do we hold on that,
Right.
or do we move forward on that?
Right.
And so I guess,
It's kind of like limbo land.
but our discussions were, I think we are going to move forward. However, inflation is like we're not able to do as much with the money that we have, unfortunately.
Right. It's going to be a slow process
Yep.
to try to get those up. Being wise and financially responsible with doing that. It's just going to take some time. It's just going to take some time.
If you remember, though, like during the recession,
Mm-hmm.
we actually started a business then.
That was an interesting choice.
Sometimes, I know it doesn't even sound like it makes sense, but sometimes just almost doing the opposite of what makes sense, because a lot of other people aren't doing that. Sometimes it's doing the inverse, observe the masses and do the opposite. Sometimes.
Sometimes, I would say almost rare.
But I mean, we were able to build a successful business.
That's true. We did.
Like against, all of maybe what made sense at the time.
That's true.
I think that's the direction that we want to go. We are still moving forward. That's our plan for now. We'll fill you guys in as we go. Actually, we just got a design dialed in.
We did.
So I think we are going to move forward, just slower as far as that kind of stuff goes. Food, you do want to dial in a lot of our backup systems
Yep.
and a lot of our food storage, so we can be a blessing to those around us as well as our family.
Yep.
And what are some other things that you'd like to, I guess, shore up, or what are some of the concerns that you have that you want to adjust?
Those are the main ones. Those are the main priorities, because I just haven't, it's like I go through stages of like focusing in on different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just went through like an entire home purge and like weeding everything out that we don't need, which has been amazing, because I haven't needed to spend as much time in those areas. Like I'm able to do a quick refresh and then they're good to go.
Yep.
Which has been time saver. Just haven't focused down in my crawl space and on to my food storage and what I have, what's still good, things like that. So it's
We talked about getting like a freeze dryer too. Do you guys have any
Freeze dryer,
experience
yeah.
with freeze dryers?
I thought that would be super cool. I have a dehydrator. Takes a really, really long time, but I'm not sure if the quality's there for that. But a freeze dryer, they're just very, very expensive. But you can do, what we look up, like 500 some odd pounds of food.
Yeah, quite a bit.
And that'd be super cool.
Maybe just asking you guys, do you feel it's wise right now to invest into business ventures? A, and then B, do you guys feel that we should have, or you guys should have, like backup food storage, backup systems? Is this something that you feel drawn to? Or do you guys have any insights as far as how do you chart what's best for making wise decisions for the future?
What's your top priorities these days?
Yeah.
What are you guys kind of focusing in on shoring up and whatnot. Being as we live in Alaska, we do operate just a little different because roads can get shut down here and things can't get to us.
Right.
So that's a big concern. So we do operate in that. That might be a little bit different than Lower 48 or even in other places of the world. But that's just prevalent, a little bit more prevalent on our mind. And you know, if inflation keeps kind of increasing, food's just going to keep getting more and more expensive. So buying in bulk now, maybe when it's a little bit lower, just you can only do as much as you can do.
So we had our wood delivered. So we've got
Got our wood.
I think we're
Hottest day of the year.
Wood shed. But in addition to all this stuff too, we still need to find a way to be able to be a blessing. You were able to actually moved in a friend of ours above the shop just temporarily, just needed a
Yep.
place to live, and we had the resources to do that,
Which is awesome.
So even amongst all of this kind of stuff, I think moving forward on our affordable housing project is important because people just desperately need a place to live too. So I still want to try to, be a blessing, I think, to people.
The
But-
person we got the wood from, speaking of getting the wood, he said it was such a blessing to be able to move those cords of wood
Yeah.
because he had been kind of slow this year. I think people are just waiting, A, because of funds, and B, because of burning here.
Yeah.
Burning, sometimes they restrict it. So, but he was super grateful for that.
Get your firewood now if you guys do need to get your wood.
Wood Brothers, that's who we went through.
Wood Brothers.
If
Yep.
you want to go check them out. Super
Yep.
nice guy. He was able to get it to us like the same day.
Yeah. That's
Kind of
awesome.
crazy.
And he's a happy peoples. So
And
there
he's a
you
happy
go.
peoples. He's like, hey!
All right, you guys are awesome. I think we're going to wrap this one up. But I love having these discussions and learning from you guys and just trying to figure out, how do we make wise decisions in the future? How do we do what's best for our family and for others? And we just appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. And with that, we'll just churn through this life thing together.
Yep, this season. It's coming.
All right. You guys are awesome. See you in the next video.
Bye.